I'm hidden. Get it? Hidden intelligence? No, that's fine. Welcome, my friends, to the big ol' show for Kamen Rider 01. Yes, the long promised, finally delivered Kamen Rider 01. Everything we know so far. I'm going to tell you guys about the cast. I'm going to tell you guys about the story. Characters, we're of course going to dive into the toys and stuff, but I'm going to get you guys caught up with everything we know so far about Kamen Rider 01 and what you need to know going forward into the future. So excited. So we're just going to get straight into it, guys. September 1st, that is the big day. Now remember, that is over in Japan. So it will be August 31st, our time, in about, depending on what time zone you live in. I think for me it's like 6 or 7 p.m., but stay tuned for that. But September 1st, we have Kamen Rider 01. Let's get into the story first, and then I'm going to talk about the cast of characters, and then we'll get into toys and everything else mixed in there as we will. In a world where artificial intelligence systems are now commonplace. I'm not going to keep that up the entire time. The new CEO of Hiden Intelligence, the world's most renowned AI systems company, must become a Kamen Rider to keep the peace in our time. When a terrorist group hijacks the Human Gear AI system, we're going to get into all this later, and causes them to rampage the artificial intelligence military service, probably going to say that one once, comes down to IAMS, IAMS, AIMS. It is up to them to take them down. Fighting as 01, Hiden Ataru will prevent the downfall of humanity by rising up against the terrorists who seek to overthrow humanity with the power of AI technology. The quick thing of this is, this kid ends up becoming a Kamen Rider because these human gears are very, very commonplace. They're everywhere. The terrorist group is starting to take over and hijack them, turning these AI machines, these human gears, into fighting machines, into things that are waging war, causing a whole bunch of destruction. So it is up to Hiden Ataru. Now, I'm probably just going to call him Ataru from this because it's the Hiden Corporation, like Hiden Intelligence, where everything comes in. It's going to be like the Hiden Driver. Everything is going to have to do with his last name. So who is Hiden Ataru? Well, we have a lot to learn about this guy. Real quick though, before we get into it, I just do want to give a huge shout out at Special Form 12 on Twitter, Gimcorp for subs, at Toku Nation, and Mad Hunt, and Yuki Seed for all of these amazing translations and for helping gather all of this information for it's easier for me to present to you guys. So let's learn about who is our new Kamen Rider. In order to see his late father smile, he planned on becoming a comedian, but unfortunately lacks comedic taste. He's just scraping by as a well-known entertainer. I want to know what scraping by and being well-known means, but that's fine. That's fine. One day, he was suddenly appointed as CEO of Hiden Intelligence by his grandfather, Hiden Korisune, as written in his will after he passed away. Although he initially refused, he transforms into 01 after seeing a rampaging human gear appear before his eyes. So there we go. It's the hero. Doesn't want it. Doesn't want this fate, but he accepts it because deep down, he just wants world peace. Guys, only those who have been appointed as CEO can utilize the Hiden 01 driver. Then, after officially assuming his position as CEO, he devotes himself to fight against the terrorist group and the rampaging human gear systems. That is our new Kamen Rider, so let's learn about our secondary riders that we're getting right off the bat. We have Kamen Rider Vulcan. It's going to be Fua Isamu. He's the commanding officer of the artificial intelligences of AIMS. He possesses excellent fighting capabilities and fights against the terrorists in order to keep the city secure. Once he suffered an injury after a mysterious explosion at a Hiden Intelligence experimental city. How big are you that you actually have experimental cities? Not like experimental things, like an entire city. Okay. He believes the incident was caused by a rampaging human gear that is being covered up by Hiden Intelligence. Since basically he hates them all. And he calls them murder machines. Unlike cats that have murder mittens. Do you want to show him your murder mittens? Murder mittens. No? Okay. She's like, why did you just do that, human? Please stop. That's fine. He works for AIMS because they're doing what they can to stop all the human gear. AIMS used to believe that breaking the rules as long as you destroy the human gear was just. He holds prejudice against a certain president of Hiden Intelligence. let's talk about our secondary writer, Yaiba Yua. Okay, Kamen Rider Valkyrie. We get a girl writer, guys. Just, it makes my heart so incredibly happy. Watch the Ranger Weekend review from last week, the end of the Toku part, if you want to see my actual, like, dancing. I danced. No lie. I danced. She's the technical advisor for AIMS. She was involved in the development of the AIMS Rise shooter that she and Isamu used to transform. So she's actually the technical brain behind a lot of this stuff. She's the one making the Henshin devices, making the drivers, and so she uses the same driver as Vulcan. She uses the same rider as Vulcan, so they use the exact same one, and she was pretty much the one who's taking care of it. Also provides technical guidance and maintenance for AIMS. She's a brave female warrior who excels in her fighting abilities while possessing the brain of a scientist. I can't wait to see how this character goes. She better be here, like, by the end of the season. I mean, okay, if she gets offed, fine. Give me, like, episode 45 at least before she gets offed, okay? I mean, secondary writers get offed. I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna happen. I'm just saying I want them to wait for a little bit. She fights the terrorists to keep the security of the city. While fighting, she tries to suppress her hatred towards the human gear. Just overall, so excited. We have Izu. She is the Hidden Intelligence's CEO's private secretary, not security, although she could probably fight. We'll probably learn on because she's an AI thing, she can probably fight. But right now, she's just the secretary. A secretary-type AI-assisted human gear, although an AI robot who takes instructions from the CEO, she learns a variety of different things and adapts to each person she interacts with. She works fully alongside the president and supports him in his cause and his fight, but hates the fact that she constantly has to explain Aruto's boring gags and jokes. Let's move on to that secondary guy that I was talking about. He's Fuzuko Jun. He's an excellent person, but always seems to find himself in second place after the death of the former president. He believes he'll be the next CEO, but is shocked to find the next CEO is Aruto. He's totally not going to become a bad guy at the end. I'll wait for that to... Place your bets, folks. Place your bets. So he's shocked to find Aruto as the CEO. Since then, he sees Aruto as an obstacle in his path. While he secretly wishes that the new CEO would fail at his responsibilities, he does take pride in the company's day's success. Let's go to the baddies. Guys, we do have 2 baddies, and we're already running at probably 9 minutes so far. I told you guys this might be a bit long. Let's go to the baddies, and then we're going to move over to talking about some of the gear and toys, and I'll go over some of the toy-related stuff as well. Jin is the terrorist operative of... Now, here's the thing. According to... This is... Special Form 12 was translating all of this to thunderclapofdestruction.net. Now, there is a it's a Japanese word that I was trying to say before of what it actually is. For the sake of this, it's thunderclapofdestruction.net. I'm gonna call them the terrorist group Thunderclap, or Thunderclap of Destruction or something, but I'm not going to try to spew out the Japanese word all of the time because it would be bad and you guys would make fun of me, and I have really fragile ego, okay? He is a terrorist operative from Thunderclap. He spreads data that rewrites the base programming of the human gear, inputting them with evil conduct and ethics patterns that cause them to rampage and attack humans. He does destructive things while acting as a child. He kind of looks like he would be that guy, right? You remember, like, Parad from X8. If you guys are a fan of X8, he kind of reminds me of Parad a little bit, which makes me excited because I really like that character. I mean, just in general, X8 had some really fantastic arcs. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a gamer. There's just so many little nuances about it. It'll just make you smile. Please go do it. So let's talk the big bad, though, or probably not the big bad, because you all know by episode 20 we're gonna have a new big bad, and by episode 40 we're gonna have a new big bad we didn't even know existed. But for right now, our big bad, Horobi. And Horobi, by the way, is Kamen Rider Horobi. So you're gonna see a lot of awesome rider on rider fighting, as I feel like we should be used to at this point. But fight the riders, fight the system, fight the man. I don't know, fight the thunderclapofdestruction.net. I've really got to see if that's an actual website at this point. Horobi is the commanding leader of Thunderclap. He believes that AI systems surpass humanity in every way. He launched the terrorist group and hacks human gears, causing them to become, quote, murder machines. Now, my cat has already ran off because she does not want to show you her murder mittens. He considers Aruto, who makes laughter his policy, his rival. He's a cold-hearted man who constantly says, "The day humanity will become an endangered species is near." Now, he may not have done it with that dramatic flair. He probably will, though. He's a bad guy in Kamen Rider. Like, what do you expect? He's going to be a little over the top. Wrapping up, just again, it's September 1st. Last one, if you guys want to know things about the producers and stuff, I'm going to have this really long thread that I've been reading off of and stuff from Special Form 12. Thank you again so much. For the producers are from Gio and Bill. The writer is from X-Aid. Main director is from Loop and Pat. The composer is Tokyuger, and the action director is Jun Watanabe. There's a good pedigree there. Those are some fantastic shows in mind. I mean, the direction, you can say what you will about Lupin Ranger versus Path Ranger, about the story and whatever, but the direction, the action, the filmography of it was beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to see what he can bring to this. Gio and Bill have been top-notch, in my opinion, for Kamen Rider. X-Aid for the writer, and I was just telling you how I was enjoying all these characters from X-Aid. There we go. And Tokyuger's music, seriously, is as much crap as I gave Tokyuger. Its music is fire. Like, there's no bads. There's no bads about that. So now that we've talked about the cast, I'm gonna grab a drink and we're gonna talk about some toys, some drivers, some special forms, and everything we're actually going to see in the toy aisle for Kamen Rider Build 01. Okay, so let's talk about the toys, right? Or at least let's talk about the writer and his forms and everything, and then, of course, toys have to come along with it, right? Right. Let's get into this. First off, suit. Fire. Absolutely love it. To me, I was loving, like with Build, it was very streamlined. I just love the aesthetic of it, and there you go. I'm a huge fan of it just in general. I'm a big fan of the lime greeny yellow kind of color on the black, and then anything on black is gonna pop. That's just me. That's just me. So here we go. So 01 uses keys. Right in the driver. They use keys. Sorry, Josh. So these are the progress keys, and they basically insert them into the driver, and there you go. This is how you're going to be getting all of your powers. So he's going to begin 01. His first form is Rising Hopper. I just love the fact that it's grasshopper, it's insect, it's bug looking. I feel like it just brings so much more to it. As like, dude, I'm the first rider of the Reiwa era. I am a rider. He looks like a rider. He's a bug man, and he's gonna kill things. Maybe even Nazis. I don't know. Kamen Rider's gotta get back to its roots. Like, we haven't punched enough Nazis lately. Come on, Shocker. Boom! So this is going to be his big one, Progress keys. Using it, it's going to be in the Hiden 01 driver. We just went over his last name is Hiden. Insert the key in the driver. Boom. I love a jump turns into a rider kick. Maybe I said it wrong, but it took over Twitter. The sounds, I love the sound effects. I really enjoyed the music. I was sitting like a kid on a Saturday morning on my couch watching this press conference, not knowing a lick of Japanese, really, except these, random Kamen Rider specific words. And I'm just like, I want you, and I want you, and I want you. And I'm just saying, this is going to be a shout out for anybody. If you were involved in Kamen Rider doll or toy distribution, or from Bandai of Japan or Tamashii Nations or wherever you are, please, I'm begging you, give me Kamen Rider toys in America. So there's the driver. It is expensive. I'll go over the price and stuff in a little bit, but it's a very spendy driver. He's going to have some additional forms. Of course, he's going to have a bajillion additional forms, but these are at least the first ones they're going to start off with, and that is Flying Falcon, Biting Shark, Flaming Tiger, and Freezing Bear. So we've got, hot, ice, flying, biting. Okay, so we have your ground type, your flying type, your fire type, and your ice type. Get your Pokemon defenders ready. We're going to take on a Kamen Rider. He also has a massive armored drone called Breaking Mammoth. Yes. The crazy thing is, and seriously, leave me a comment below if you agree with this. The CGI, when it comes to major, mech battles and stuff in Kamen Rider, it's not good. It's not great. But I don't care. because it's awesome. In the rest of his arsenal, he of course is going to have a motorcycle because he's a Kamen Rider, and if he doesn't, people might actually explode, except for Kamen Rider Drive, but that was specifically a thing. And the Tridoran was a great car. I mean, it was a really great Mr. Belt, and I kind of miss Drive. I'm feeling kind of nostalgic for Drive. It's a weird thing, but I'm feeling a little nostalgic for Drive. So with his motorcycle converts into his phone. This is par for the course at this point, and it's going to be called Rise Phone. There we go. So Rise Phone. Additional ProGrise keys will be carried in 01's belt attachment, the ProGrise key connectors. There are multiple Kamen Riders, of course. We have Kamen Rider Vulcan, who we already talked about. He uses the Ames Shot Riser. Aim Shot, not a driver, Ames Shot Riser. So here we go. This is what they're going to use. He starts off in the Shooting Wolf form. He has a secondary form called Punching Kong, so like boom, boom, King Kong. And then Valkyrie starts off with Rushing Cheetah, and then she turns, and her second form is Lightning Hornet. We're really excited to see all these guys. I think, and this is me saying as someone who really doesn't buy a lot of this stuff just because unfortunately it's out of my price range. I don't have a lot of money to buy a ton of extra stuff. I honestly put all my money in my channel. But I really want to try my best to support this female writer, and let me know if you guys are going to do the same. If you're just excited at all about having a female writer, are you going to, if maybe you don't normally pick up a few toys, are you going to try to maybe pick up an extra one or two just to show your support of having a bit more diversity in the beginning? And I'm super excited because the Kamen Rider has shown over the years that females can have very, very amazing characters. It's about time they have a belt from episode 1 or 2 or 3, whenever they introduce her. I don't care, as long as it's within like the first 5, we are golden. So that's what they use. And then we have Kamen Rider Hirobi, we talked about. He's the leader of Thunderclap, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. And he uses the Sting Scorpion ProGrise key and a unique driver, the Force Riser. So lots of Rise and Rivers, but this is the Force Riser. Excited to see where this goes. Didn't really get a whole bunch about him, if anything else, but he's the villain, of course. He's going to be a little mysterious, and I'm sure we're going to get more information on him later. The weapons, though, are really cool, so I'm actually going to skip the 3 different ones. I'm going to talk about the Authorized Buster real quick, because this is a really fun one. It has multiple forms that's going to be used by multiple riders. It can either be a gun or an axe. You know I love. So first off, that just makes me throw back to my Mighty Morphin to Jeju Ranger, if you know, for you guys who only watch Sentai, but Mammoth Ranger, the Black Ranger, the Power Axe that turn into the blaster. Just always been a big fan of the design. I love the things that can turn into like a gun or a sword. For the rest of the weapons, we have the Attach Caliber, Attach Shotgun, and Attach Arrow. 01's going to be using Caliber, which is more of a sword. Vulcan's going to be using the shotgun, and Hirobi is going to be using the arrow. Doesn't say anything about Valkyrie, so I'm assuming maybe she'll use the generic one like the Authorized Buster. Maybe she'll also use something like the shotgun. This crazy thing though is, I mean, I'm just so excited about the keys. I'm so excited about the collectibles. I love their initial form. I love their full form, just like with Ryu Soja. I think they look really good in both ways that you have them. And so a quick teaser though of an upgrade that we could be getting. 01 will be unlocking the Shining Hopper form, while Vulcan activates the Assault Wolf. So Vulcan, probably a power-up right off the bat. I really like the fact that it's Shining Hopper, because I don't know if any of you guys are Pokemon fans. You can say a shiny is precious, right? A shiny is a big thing when you get it, so I hope this power-up is well worthy of the name Shining. Do you guys want to see my shiny Pokemon collection? Here, let me show you real quick. It's been a few community days, but I got some Groudons in there. I mean, not like the craziest thing ever. Got quite a few shiny Squirtles too. Maybe it's not a super impressive list, but it's mine. Okay, so anyway, we're talking about Kamen Rider. Oh, Shining Hopper, and the fact that he gets an upgrade, and then Assault Wolf is coming to Vulcan, and Valkyrie doesn't have anything. But you know what? We're gonna buy her an upgrade. We're gonna spend so much money on her first form of toys that they will be forced to give her upgrades until they eventually murder her in episode 48, where everybody goes. Okay, done crying for a brief moment. Let's talk about a few prices and stuff for the drivers and things that we do know so far. Not everything is out yet, of course, but what we do have, this is coming from Bandai's B-Boys website. We have the driver, we have some of the rider kick stuff, and we have the vinyl. So unfortunately, nothing really as far as the ProGrise keys or any special sets or anything like that. But this is, of course, if you're still with the flow of the video, first off, thank you so much. Second off, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, because every Friday I do the Ranger Weekend Review, which is not just Rangers, guys. It also covers Tokusatsu news, and especially Kamen Rider, because I really freaking love Kamen Rider. But I'll be keeping you guys updated every single week on new happenings in the world of Kamen Rider 01, toy listings, new characters, and anything else that happens with the show. Promo! Sweet. Let's talk about some prices. Get your wallet ready. Just hide it under the couch. Just shh. It doesn't want to know. Let's talk about the driver. I personally, maybe this isn't that expensive. I feel like it's a bit more expensive than some of the drivers recently, but feel free if you guys are normal collectors of them to tell me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. It happens. So let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong. But releasing on August 31st, we do have the Hiden 01 driver. It's going to include the Rising Hopper ProGrise key, and as a first run bonus through many retailers, so get in on it. Check your store if you're going to be getting it. It might be including the 01 Ride Watch will be included for the Ziku driver that it uses. So okay, stay tuned to that if you're interested in it. But it does come out to just shy of 7,000 yen. Now, if I'm doing my quick math, I'm gonna guess that's probably about 65 US dollars. We did get some stuff for the Rider Kicks figure series. Basic figure doesn't seem to include any extra weapons, only a pair of extra hands. Gonna be releasing in late August for 2,500 yen. Almost consider like the Rider Kicks figure series like their Lightning collection, maybe. I mean, they're of course going to be doing all the SH figure arts of all of them as they come out, so if you really want to spend the big bucks to get all of them, do that. But for those of you who don't want or can't afford all of the figure arts, you definitely have the Rider Kicks figures, which are great. I know, like with Build, they have a lot of the swappable armor. Really fun stuff going on with it, and it's only 2,500 yen, which again, after about 21 or so American dollars. Looking at the last bit of 01 stuff and price that we have is going to be the vinyl, which is pretty standard. It's going to be 900 yen, again about $8.50, $8. It's going to be releasing in late August. The show starts airing September 1st, guys. That is right, September 1st. We are getting Kamen Rider 01, and I love Aruto's aesthetic. Like, I'm just a big fan of the lime green shoes with the red hoodie with the jacket. Like, I think it just looks really fun. I'm gonna love the fact that I'm just a big fan of bad jokes. They just make me laugh, right? So I'm a big fan of bad jokes, so I think this is going to be a really great season. I'm just loving the extended cast. Not only are we getting a secondary writer to start off with, we're getting another secondary writer that is female. The whole hidden intelligence versus these hackers that are starting in, and they think that Hiden has a lot to do with it. This is really nuts. Keep in mind, all these Humigears have these crazy things on their ears. That should probably be how to tell if you're wondering who is and who isn't. But I'm already seeing wackadoodle things. I'm seeing Naruto is secretly a Humigear, and that's why he can do all of it, because it's only like it runs on the blood, or maybe has something, the bloodline or the family tree. It's going to be crazy, and I am super excited to see it. Of course, we're going to be getting more information before the show actually comes out. So again, something, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I do this. If you guys are a fan at all, check out the Toku playlist below. I do a bunch of Tokusatsu news, and every Friday again I do a show, and it's the second half, so there's part A and part B. They're posted together. Part B is dedicated to Toku news. If you're looking for a source for YouTube Toku news, please consider checking me out every Friday, where I run over everything that happened in your world of Tokusatsu. I talk about Sentai, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Godzilla. Basically, if they wear a rubber suit and they fight a rubber suited monster or a spandex suit, I'm going to talk about them because I love it. And at the end of the day, I hope this video made you smile, because guys, we're talking about a kid show over in Japan where they fight rubber suited monsters. Have a little joy in it. Have a little joy in your life. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a really great week for me. Have a great day, Toku Nation. And I'll see you later. Mwah. Rider Kick. I should have said punch. Dang it. I always screw that up.